All right, guys, welcome to the team call. It's August 5th. Happy August. We really finished off July with a bang. We had 93 coaches hitting Success Club in July, which is a record. So congrats to everybody who hit Success Club. And for all of you that came really close, I know there was a number of you that were at 3 and 4 points. You guys were so close and you made a difference too. So keep going. And I just have to say, August is one of those months that kind of hits us because it's when people are going back to school. Kids are going back to school and it just kind of gets a little crazy for families. So sometimes August can be kind of a push. So continue to push through August, use the momentum from July, and you'll do great in August. So continue to have those conversations and keep adding people to your network. That's what we're going to talk about today is the power of 5 and committing to doing these 5 things 5 times, every single day to really push your business forward and continue to grow your network. So before I get into that, the meat of the call, I want to talk quickly a few announcements. So August 11th is when corporate is kicking off the Rock the Basics or the Coach Basics, corporate-wide event. So if you have new coaches doing a Rock the Basics that either started this week or August 11th, you need to register them with the corporate. There's like a registration, kind of like a team cup, but you can register all your new coaches doing Rock the Basics and they can be eligible for earning a t-shirt. There's some rules behind it. They have to hit Success Club in August to earn the t-shirt, but it's all in your Coach Online office under the news section. So just check that and you'll find the registration link there. So if you're running a Rock the Basics, make sure you register all of your people. Okay. Let's move on to team recognition for last week. So last week, I want to recognize some of our top coaches. So our top recruiters last week, we had quite a few top recruiters. So I'm just going to go through them quickly. Carly Del Carlo had 10 new coaches. Michelle Jansen had 3 new coaches. Rosalie Gaddy had 3 coaches. Amy Hecox had 2 coaches. April Kelly had 2 coaches. Brittany Power, 2 coaches. Jeannie Jensen had 2. Jennifer Longmuir had 2, Meredith Gersten had 2, and Whitney Maher had 2. So tons of new coaches added, a final push for July, so congrats on that. In July, we ended up adding 197 coaches to the team, which is awesome. We came really close to beating that record in June. We added 200 coaches in June. So let's really push in August and try to beat that 200 record in June. But total coaches on Team Triceps as of last Friday was 1,102. So we are moving on up, you guys. So congrats and way to go on recruiting and adding to our team. So top coaches for the week, last week, July 24th through the 30th. I'm just going to go through those. So for the 500 Club, we had Ann Harris with 780 PV, Aaron Watterson with 727, Bain Childers at 705 PV, Vanessa Brown at 665 PV, Valerie Del Carlo with 630 PV, Rick Del Carlo with 623, Tammy DeGroot with 570 PV, Stacy Kinney with 570 PV, Kirsten Escobar with 525, and then Nicole Ferry with 510 PV. So congrats on those who hit the 500 Club. That's a pretty big number there. We had 10 people qualify for that, so great job. For the 800 Club, we had Meredith Gersten with 975, Sarah Chaluti with 835, and Brittany Powers with 825. So congrats to the 800 Club coaches. And then for the 1,000 Club, we have the ever so present Alexa Campbell with 1,590. Carly Del Carlo making another appearance with 1,515, and then Aaron Pitcher with 1,230. Now, those are PD numbers for one business week. So in order to be on this and qualify, you've got to hit at least 500 PV for that week. Okay? So lastly, let's just talk really quick about our coach advancements. So we had 6 new Emerald coaches on the team, which I love to see. I'm not sure I got everybody, but if I missed people from this week, I'll definitely hit them up next week. And I know I missed one in particular, but I'll make sure to recognize her next week. Mike Cook is a new Emerald coach. April Kelly is a new Emerald coach. Jeannie Jensen, Aaron Watterson, Rosalie Gaddy, and Crystal Funderburk are all new Emerald coaches. So congratulations, you guys. Emerald is when you get your business going. That's when you're in business. So congrats on getting to that point. And we have a very special announcement. We have a brand new Star Diamond coach on the team. Emma Chesmore is a 1-star Diamond coach, and I couldn't be more proud of this mama. So I know you guys got to see her last week with her success partner, Alexa Campbell. I know Alexa Campbell's right behind her on that Star Diamond coach list, so I know we'll be seeing her name soon. So congrats to everybody. You guys are doing such an amazing job. And it's going to take me an hour, just like it does on the National Coach Call, pretty soon to announce all you guys. So congratulations. Okay, now let's get into the meat of the call. So I want to start this off. Today we're going to talk about the power of 5. So I really want to talk about something that I did in July that really helped push my business forward. A lot of you have probably been seeing that I've been signing up quite a few coaches, more than normal. I don't normally sign up this many coaches, but I put a focus on it for July. And that's what happened. When I focused on it and I made a plan and I strategized to do that, that's what happened. But going forward, I don't plan on adding that many coaches. I think I added a total of, I think it came in around 12 coaches in July, which is a pretty big number for me. Usually I average about 3 to 4. Okay, so what I did in July was basically I just made this huge list of 500 people and I just got to work and I started inviting people. I made a goal to send out 10 new combos every day, 20 invites to join my team every single day. And I added 10 new Facebook friends. I worked to get 10 new followers every single day. So that was a lot. And I quickly found out how consuming that was and how much that work that was. And I knew that I had to create a system that I could replicate and duplicate for you guys, but it couldn't be that much work. I mean, that was a lot to be sending out 20 invites to the business every single day. That's a huge number. Okay, so that's where we come in with the power of 5. So after I did this for 7 days straight, I realized it was too much. I needed to kind of pull back. So I decided to do something where I was just going to send 5 invites. I was going to follow up with 5 people, and so on and so forth. So here's what we can do for the power of 5. So every single day, or I'm going to say this, 5 times a week. So you need to pick 5 days during the week that you're going to commit to doing this, okay? So 5 times a week. You get 2 days off. So 5 times a week, I want you to work on these 5 things. 5, 5, 5, 5, 5. Okay, so you're going to add 5 new friends to Facebook. And you're going to work towards getting 5 new followers on Instagram. You can do one or the other, or you can do both. Okay, for me, I do both. And I did the National Coach Call on how to recruit and how to make new friends on Facebook and how to add new followers on Instagram. You should go back and listen to my National Coach Call, and that was on Memorial Day of this year. Okay, you can go back and archive and find that. So 5 new friends, 5 new followers every single day. Or I'm sorry, 5 times a week, right? You also, number 2, you also want to be having 5 brand new conversations every single day. So you're reaching out to 5 new people every day. Now that could be your 5 new friends. That could be 5 new friends you added yesterday or the day before or whatever, a combination of any of that. But you want to strive to get 5 new conversations out a day. Okay? You want to send out 5 invites a day. The invite can be to the business. It can be to your challenge group. It can be to one of your free groups, anything. But it has to be an invite to join you doing something. Every day you also want to send 5 follow-ups. Okay, so you're reaching out to people that you've talked to in the past, that you've invited in the past, and now you're following up with them to ask them maybe what they decided on, if they wanted to join your free group, if they've thought about what program they maybe want to do, or maybe if they've watched the webinar or the video about joining your team. You're following up with them. You're coming back to them and asking, did you get a chance to watch that? Have you had a chance to think about it? Where are you at? Okay, all of these scripts and all of this stuff to find info on how to talk to people about this is either in the 5-step invite guide and the Coach Online Office, or it's in GoPro. Eric Worre lays all of these scripts out and you guys can access all of that. Okay, so those are your things. 5 new friends, 5 new friends, 5 new followers, 5 new combos, 5 invites, and 5 follow-ups, okay? 5 times a day. So if you can commit to that, and I would say that this should probably be taking you, this really will probably take about an hour to 2 hours, depending on how thorough, how fast you work, all that stuff, right? So if you can commit to doing that 5 times a day, you're always going to have people in your network. You're always going to be spinning that customer funnel, because we know that in order to invite somebody to your challenge group, you've got to build trust with people first, right? So you've got to have that convo going. You've got to start that new convo first. You've got to form them. FORM is the acronym family, occupation, recreation, and then form your message. We all know that FORM is how we get to know people and build trust, right? And then we send the invite, and then we follow up. So you have to always be spinning that cycle. Commit to that 5 times a week. If you can commit to that and put it on your calendar and stay true to that 5 times a week, I guarantee you will always have messages in your inbox. What an awesome feeling is that, right? To be overwhelmed because you have so many messages in your inbox. Who doesn't want that? We all do, right? So if you continue to do this and send out messages, you will always have people responding to you, okay? Now, the caveat to this is that you have to be really organized. You have to track all of this. You have to make sure that you are tracking who you're adding to your network, who you're sending messages to, who you're following up. Here's what I did. This is what seemed to really work for me, because I've always struggled with tracking people and figuring out a system. So this is what worked for me. When I started my journey in early July, I made this huge list, and I split my list into 5 categories. My list was, number 1, people I've talked to about coaching in the past. So it could be people that you've talked to about Beachbody in general. Okay, that could be list number 1. List number 2 is people that I know, that I'm familiar with, but I've never ever talked to Beachbody about. List number 3 is people that I've never talked to in my life, and somehow we connected somewhere on the Facebook or Instagram world. Number 4 for me is my IAN people. So most of you guys know I went to Institute for Integrative Nutrition, and I've met a ton of people from my class and just networking that way. So those are special kind of people because they're already in the health coach industry. So I have a very special way of approaching those people. So I had a special list for those people. And then lastly, I had a list for all of my Instagram peeps that I want to get to know better. So I have this list, this list that's broken into five categories, okay? And I printed off those lists. And honestly, it just really works for me to have a printed list. I just love the printed list. I can't update it on the computer. For some reason, my brain just won't do it. So when I have an actual list, like literally I put my list in a binder for the month of July. When I have this list and I have all of these names, I would just, if you guys can see, I'm going to show you with my notes. Like this is my list and these are my notes. And I wrote notes on who I reached out to, if I emailed them. My plan now is to take this list and to redo it and to move people into different categories and reprint it for August. I haven't had a chance to do that yet, but I will. Okay, so maybe you decide that you update your list on the computer once a week or once a month, whatever works for you. Okay, as you're adding new friends, you need to add them, you need to write them in on people I've never talked to. Or maybe it's someone from high school that you know you're familiar with, and maybe you do know them, you've talked to them in your life, but maybe you've just never talked to them about Beachbody, so you need to add them to that list. Again, that's when you update your list, when you go to the computer once a month or once a week, and you update all of your notes, you move people around, and then you reprint your list. Okay, stay organized. I'm not saying that this method is going to work for you, but that's what's worked best for me, so I wanted to share that because I know a lot of us have a hard time tracking people and doing all that. So that's really what I've been doing over the past month. And that's why I've been so successful at signing coaches, is because I just said, you know what, I'm just going to get out there and I'm going to just invite people and I'm going to ask. And what I've learned over the last month is that if you don't ask, you never know. And we just sometimes have to put it out there and get out there. One thing I do want to share is I did spend some time putting together some scripts of what I was going to say to all these people for each category. So people that I've talked to in the past, I made a script that said something like, you know, we talked in the past about Beachbody, so I just, you know, I wanted to check up on you, see how you're doing. If you're still interested in maybe joining my team, I'm kicking off a brand new Rock the Basics course, a mentorship that starts in August. If you're interested, I want to give you first dibs. That was something, you know, I kind of made something along those lines. Okay, maybe someone that I've never talked to at all, I'm just going to start a new conversation with them and be like, hi, Stephanie, we've been friends for a long time, but we've never connected. You know, I can't remember how we connected. That's why you should always take notes. I can't remember how we connected, but I think we connected through such and such. You know, it looks like we have this in common. You know, just start with common ground, build trust with common ground, and then you can start asking questions. If you start asking questions and starting to form someone right away, they're like, whoa, why is this person asking all these questions? So you need to build common ground, build trust first, okay? And this, you know, when you're building scripts for people and you're copy and pasting, just be really careful. I want you to make sure that you are always changing the name and making it personal. You want to make sure that even though you have a script and a template to use, make it personal for that person. A lot of times when I reached out to IAN people, I would say something like, you know, we were in IAN class together. How's your health coaching business going? I'm curious to see how you've been doing, how your business is going. And then I would say something like, P.S. I absolutely love your cover photo. Where was it taken? Or I love your profile picture. I love the yoga pose you're doing in your profile picture. Or just something, you know, to give them a compliment. I love what you post on Facebook. I'm always so motivated by what you're posting. So make it personal. Take some time, since you're only sending 5 a day, take some time to go through their profile and see what's going on with them so you can relate to them and build trust. Okay? So in order to do this, you have to be really organized and you have to prepare your list. And that takes time. Believe me, it takes a good week to 2 weeks of an hour a day building your list to get onto Facebook and put your friends in a list and to really know what list they should be going on. So you've got to invest time in the beginning before you even start this process to build your list. But I'm telling you, it was so worth it. You guys saw how many coaches I joined, and all of these coaches are warm to go. Some of them may even be on this call, but it was worth it because I prepared and I organized myself and I got out there. I put myself out there and I invited and I just asked the question. So you guys can absolutely do the same thing. Okay, so that's all I have for you. Happy Tuesday. Tomorrow is the last day of the business week, so do what you got to do to close out right. I hope that you guys have an awesome, awesome week, and I'll see you next Tuesday. Have a great day, you guys. See you soon.